and with me today is Graham Noble, who has written a very popular two-part series on what is presidential. And we've heard a lot about this in the 6 months that President Trump has been president of the United States, and there's a lot of talk about him being unpresidential. Is there a code of conduct for an American president, Graham?
Leesa, I really don't believe there is. I think in a nation such as this, with a Republican, small r Republican form of government, there really is no code of conduct for the nation's leader. That kind of thing is really for countries that have monarchs and aristocracy and so on. But here in America, no, the president is supposed to be one of the people.
So take us back in history a little bit and offer us a few pearls from American presidents.
Certainly. Well, I'd like to give you a quote, if I may, from then President John Adams, the second president of the United States. And he was no big fan of Alexander Hamilton's. And he once wrote about him, and I quote, "His restlessness and all his grandiose schemes come, I'm convinced, from a superabundance of secretions which he couldn't find enough whores to absorb."
Uh-oh, doesn't sound too presidential to me.
No, not
Do
really.
you think he would have tweeted that?
I think given the animosity between those two gentlemen, I think there would have been some very interesting tweets being exchanged for certain.
Can you tell me a little bit more about some great presidential lines in history? In other words, has there historically been a presidential code of conduct, or is this really a bunch of poppycock?
I think really it's a completely fictional narrative, and it's really comes down to the fact that the Democratic Party currently has no platform other than to convince everybody that Donald Trump is simply not fit to hold the office of president. I mean, past presidents have said and done some very bizarre things. For instance, LBJ was known to be fond of taking his aides and even sometimes reporters to the bathroom with him so that he could conduct presidential business at the same time as conducting, shall we say, personal business.
Okay, well, do you have any wisdom for the 45th president on how he can act more presidential, so to speak?
I think really, and since I know that he does actually watch LNTV because my Russian contacts have informed me of that, I certainly think I should pass on some advice to him. And that advice would be, Mr. President, first of all, maybe stop taunting CNN now, because it's never nice to kick a man when he's down. And the other piece of advice I would have for him is, by all means, speak to Russian President Vladimir Putin, but whatever you do, never play golf with him and never go tiger shooting with him.
That sounds like a plan. Graham Noble from LibertyNation.com. You can read all his great satires, including non-satires. I'm Leesa Donner, and this is LNTV.